Welcome back to Unit 6, Lesson 1, Simplifying Expressions. We're now going to be working on combining like terms. This is the tutorial video that you need to watch on understanding combining like terms. It's a really great video. It showed you some real-world applications. This is a video we'll be watching in class, so you need to be watching this on your own. Do not skip the video, please. All right, so now we have an example of combining like terms. You need to group like terms together, kind of like on the video where they were grouping teams together. Like terms have the same variable and exponent. So from this expression up here, what they did was they took all of the terms that had a variable of x and placed them down here. We had positive 7x and we had negative 3x. The sign in front of the term goes with the term. So you'll notice that they didn't put a plus sign in front of these positive terms. That's something where we're going to look at that, and since we're in 7th grade, we're going to assume that if you see a term or a number without a sign in front of it, you understand it's a positive number. So then they took the numbers without any variables, placed them here, and then they have another group with a different variable and placed those terms here. Then at this point, you're either going to add or subtract those terms together. So 7x minus 3x equals 4x. Negative 8 plus 6 plus 15 equals 13. 4y plus y equals 5y. Then at the end, what we're going to do is you're going to actually combine those terms together to write the new simplified expression. When you write an expression, you put all of the numbers with variables first. So we have 4x plus 5y plus 13. So your constant is usually at the end. If you wrote it 4x plus 13 plus 5y, for right now, that's okay. But get in the habit of placing all of your terms with variables first and the constant in the end last. Okay, so let's go ahead and do another one where we're going to combine these like terms. We're going to drag the like terms into the same circle, simplify and write the new expression on the bottom like you saw in the previous screen. So we have 6x minus 3 plus 3y plus x plus 12 minus 5y plus 2. So we're going to take these little flags and we're going to drag them down to the correct circle. So we have 6x, I'm going to place right here. So now everything else in that circle is going to have that x variable. I'm going to put my negative 3 on this side because I'm just getting in the habit of putting my constant last. And then I'll place the other variable in this middle circle. So now you can see how we're going to group the rest of them. Put my x with my x variable with the other x variables. Put my constants or just my numbers in the same circle. Put my y variable together, and then the last one will be with the without a variable. So my last circle is without a variable, or the constants. All right, so now I need to add them together like we saw before. So I have 6x plus x, 3y minus 5y, negative 3 or minus 3 plus 12 plus 2. Putting that all together, it's going to show me, once this little thing disappears, 6x plus x equals 7x, 3y minus 5y equals negative 2y, and then I have negative 3 plus 12 plus 2 equals positive 11. And that's what you should have written on the bottom. That's the simplified expression of the expression we have at the top. This is how you combine like terms. We're going to do the same thing with this screen. We're going to drag the like terms into the same circle. This time we do have an exponent. So you can see this would be considered the base, the 2x. The exponent brings this to the power of 2. That's what that, when we were talking earlier in the guided notes, what that means. So now you have that visual. So we're going to place those in the first circle. Again, if it doesn't have a variable, I'm sticking it in that last circle. If you stick it in the middle circle, that's fine. I just, out of habit, stick it in the last circle. I'm going to put my variable without an exponent in the middle circle. I'm going to then continue to categorize these terms into the correct circles. So now this expression right here, which is kind of all jumbled up, I have placed in the correct order. Again, going back to that whole accountant career that we talked about, where you're taking jumbled up information, sometimes unorganized information, numbers, finances, whatever it is that they're having you organize, and you're organizing that information in order to give a presentation of something more simplified. So you're taking kind of complicated information or just a lot of information and simplifying it down so that way when you give it to your teacher or you give it to your boss, they understand what they're looking at. And then you have all the other information to back it up in case they want to look at it. Like how teachers want to look to see how you were able to get the simplified expression. Bosses will want to see the paperwork of things that you have. So that's how accounting and expressions work together, just to kind of loop that together. So we have 2x squared plus 4x squared. We're going to add the 4 and the 2 to get 6x squared. X minus 7x equals negative 6x. And then we have negative 7 plus 9 plus 2 equals positive 4. So that's how we're going to write that simplified expression. And I believe, yep, that's the end of that one. We're going to put it all together in the next video.